All right. Hello, guys. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Ultimate Chess Challenge. We're playing a match today between the English stream and the Norwegian stream. It is going to be me, Pascal Charbonneau, GM Pac-Man on the server against Sebastian Mihajlov, a young, very fast, talented player from Norway. He is known on a website as Father Gascoigne. I'm using a little bit of new technology today. Let me know if it works well. I downloaded something that is supposed to reduce background noise. It's something that NVIDIA, the semiconductor AI company, came out with called RTX Voice. And so far, it seems to work great. Like, I think you can hardly hear someone typing or clicking a mouse. But if you can't hear me at all, then let me know. You will notice today, because this is a competition, I decided to wear a bandana. This bandana is actually bright green, and so as some of you probably know, I have a green screen here, and so the bandana is about the same color as my screen, which I think is actually a pretty cool effect. And so I'm gonna use it. And okay, thank you for confirming that you hear me very clearly. We're gonna try to challenge. We're going to try to challenge Father Gascoigne here and get started. The format, just so you all know, is we're going to play some 3-minute chess. We're going to alternate between 3-minute and bullet. So we'll play 2 games of 3 minutes, then 2 games of bullet. The bullet games will count for half, so blitz will count a little more. And yeah, so this should be fun. I hope the bandana is something that you guys like. It changes my look a little bit, makes it sporty. I also have like a wristband, but I decided that it's not really in the shot, so it's not really. I think I may or may not wear it, and you won't know, so you can decide which it is. And here we go. We have the first game starting here. So hopefully you guys can see it. I'm gonna stay, of course, in the. I'm gonna stay in the chat. So let's play D4 in the first game here. See what happens. All right, he plays knight f6. G3. All right, I don't G6. I don't know if he plays the King's Indian or if he plays. I'll play this H4 that has been played a little bit recently. There was a game just a couple of days ago with this. Who was it? MVL against Carlsen on E5. MVL took on E5. I'm not going to take on E5. I'll play D5 if he plays that. It's a bit of a weird kind of hybrid system. I do remember a little bit about it. Leads to kind of strange positions, but I think it's interesting. It's a little different than your usual King's Indian. So now I think you can either take or play H6. I will take. So sometimes we can get a piece to G5 in this. Maybe a knight can come to G5. So it's a bit of an odd, this sort of H pawn forward stuff, which has been quite popular. And I think often white puts the king on f1 because you don't really want to castle. The idea is that the rook is nicely placed on the h file. If I recall, they do have plans with like knight e4. All right, so now I get my knight to f3. Maybe my knight can come to g5, try to hop on to e6. All right, so he may try to trade this piece, which is okay. I'll play king f1, and then if he takes, I'll take with the bishop. All right, so he's going here. So he's aiming at coming to e5, which is fine. I think I can return. I'll just develop. So he'll play knight e5. I'll play bishop e2. I'm still controlling the e4 square. I'm controlling the g4 square. I might play. Okay, so this move makes sense. He's preparing. Well, I don't know what he's preparing, but it's a normal looking move. Actually, I was thinking of playing queen d2, but then I realized that he's got a piece coming to g4 there. Maybe I should just play g3. Maybe I should just play g3, king g2. I think I'll play g3. Protects my bishop. Looks safe enough. Maybe he'll play a6, then I can play a4. It's a bit of a weird position, right? I don't really know, of course, this variation. This is just something, you play h4 and you hope for the best. Someone's asking, this is not a team match today. The reason we're playing is partly because we had a team match with Lawrence Trent playing. So now he wants to play his knight, I guess, to g4, but that doesn't really threaten too much. So I'm just going to kind of ignore it. I may play queen c2 and rook a e1 next. Okay, a6, I had decided I would meet with a4, so I'll just do that without thinking too much. But I think queen c2 is going to be my next move against most of his moves to try to pressure the g6 pawn. Okay, so that's a sensible move. Protecting, he's protecting, he's protecting g6, and he might want to play a knight to g4 because he has some pressure with his queen on f7. But there's no immediate threat there. I might just play rook f1. Depends on which knight he goes, because both knights have inconvenience. Like if he plays his f knight, then I get the e4 square for my knight. If he goes with the e knight, then I could play probably bishop d3, threatening bishop g6. So I think his position, I like my position here. It's still a complicated game, but I rather like my position. Okay, so he goes here. So now it's tempting to play knight e4, because that also stops. He's got ideas of g5, which I don't like, so I'll just play knight e4. Okay, so queen f5, that's a move that I missed. An interesting move for sure. He's got a pin here that I have to deal with, so I'm going to play rook c1 because I don't want to stay pinned like this. Now, I was happy that in this position I can play knight to g5. It looks reasonable. We'll see what he does on this. I think the queen trade is definitely quite favorable, and my goal is to come into the e6 square here. And this looks like it should be at the least a better endgame, maybe close to winning. His knights are a little awkward too, you'll notice. So now I can take eventually on d8. I can actually take right now. I'll probably take first on g4. I can trade off some pieces here. So this looks really bad. Now I take on d6 also, and then I can take on c5. So yeah, bad position. All right, well, a good start for Team English, which is just me today. And so again, I didn't really finish my story because I started just thinking too much about the game here. But the reason for this match is I was playing with Lawrence Trent against Sebastian, and Johann Sebastian Chris. I'm saying his name wrong, but his teammate, and we beat them by a narrow margin. But actually, I did really badly in blitz and really well in bullet. And so Sebastian wanted to challenge me because, he's like, I think, how can you lose to this old guy in bullet? And yeah, so now we're playing a match, and it's going to be, oh, how come I got white again? That doesn't make sense. Let me abort this one, and I'm gonna challenge him. I'm gonna challenge him as black just because I don't want to, of course, play. I don't want to play with white all the games, right? I think the server just does it randomly. All right, so he plays d4. What am I gonna play? Let's play d5. I'll play the Slav. I don't know what line he plays. All right, so he plays this. I'll play e6. I don't really know too much theory here, but that's okay. So I'll play a6. e4. So now, maybe I'm supposed to play bishop b7 first. I think is the main move. So e4. Well, I can play c5. I think. This cd. What happens here? I don't remember. So this is actually the main line, right? All right. So I certainly don't really remember any theory here. So I'll just have to improvise. Oh man, I actually intended to avoid the main line. I normally don't like going right into the main lines because I don't really know them anymore. I don't remember how any of it goes, so I'll just make moves. We'll see what happens. So now bishop takes b5, I guess. Okay, so he plays queen e2. Again, I don't know anything here. I'll play rook g8. Doesn't look right. He can maybe take on g7, but now I'm stopping at least knight takes d4. All right, so he goes here. That makes sense. I got to develop my bishop, I think. I think I'll play bishop d6. So he at some point might choose to play something like g3, so that he threatens that pawn. And in fact, maybe I should have done something to prevent that. Yeah, I don't necessarily love the way I'm playing the opening here. Actually, I don't love it at all. Okay, so what to do here? I think I'll play king e7. I got to get my king out of this pin. But he's probably better here. I just can't imagine that it's right. It's too risky what I've done. All right, so he finally plays this move. Um, and now I think I'll try knight e5 because I don't want to end up in a position where I have no counterplay. But knight e5 seems interesting. The idea, of course, I would love to get to f3. If he takes on e5, I take with the bishop, and I have ideas with queen d5. What is this like? I have, this might actually be better than it was for me. Because f4 queen d5 has got to be pretty good, I think. I mean, you got to calculate these positions, but I'm picking up at least 3 pawns for the piece, and then I have sort of monster center of pieces. This this is he wants to play bishop a3, right? So interesting. I'm going to play queen d5 because at least I get out of this check. Go here. All right. So now what's going on? This is wild. So now I'm tempted to take on g3 is my first thought. Um, this is this is getting a little crazy. If I play d3. D3, I mean, he's happy to sacrifice in exchange if he can avoid getting mated. Yeah, I think I gotta try bishop g3. We'll see what happens here. Um, this is getting to be a crazy position. Um, I don't think he can take. I was assuming he's gonna play king to h1. Uh, and then what do I do? I actually have this interesting move, bishop takes h2 there, with the idea to take on f3 with the queen. And I think, because if he goes queen h2, queen f3, and then I'm going to be up in exchange, but also like with his king, in a really bad spot. So it actually could be that that's good for me. And queen g2 doesn't work. There's bishop takes h2. Yeah, so all right, I'm just going to go fast. Let's not waste any time. So now this move, I'm hoping he missed it. And if he does nothing, then I can move my bishop back or play queen h5. If he takes with the king, then queen h5 is mate. And if he takes with the queen, then queen takes f3 looks good for me. So he does queen c4. So now, oh my God, it's got to be mate, right? What does he do if I do queen h5? I mean, he can't move his queen. Nah, queen h5, it's got to be mate. It's got to be mate. I'm going for it. So now just bishop d6, and it's checkmate. We got him. We got him, guys. It's the bandana. I don't think he can handle the bandana. The bandana is hard to handle. All right. So, and by the way, so the blitz games are worth 2 and the bullet games are worth 1. And we're gonna play, I think, till about I don't know actually. We were supposed to set a number of points to get to. Uh, and so I have a good start. I've won 2 blitz games. So now we're gonna play 2 bullet games. And yeah. So 2 bullet games, and after that, um, all right, so we're gonna play until we're just gonna make it. I'm just talking to Sebastian here. We'll play until for exactly another hour, and after that, I'll do my after show. So now I'm challenging him to a 1 minute game. All right, but I was pretty upset with the opening in this first game, in the second game, sorry. But I was very happy with what happened next. So all right, so now this is 1 minute. So we're gonna play fast. He is younger, and so potentially, oh man, he hung his pawn and I didn't take it. That is ridiculous. Um, all right, so now I think we got ourselves a decent Benko. Of course, it's 1 minute, so expect me to talk a little bit less than usual. Still a lot, hopefully. B6 is, what did I do? This move, this knight c5 move was a lemon, so to speak. So what do I do now? I'll play queen a2. Oh man, I'm just making useless moves. This is not how you play the Benko, ladies and gentlemen. All right, but now, okay, rook b5. I actually don't know. I don't know if his move knight a5 is that amazing. Now I'm finally playing c5, so you got to get some counterplay. Okay, my queen is in the way. Play knight e4. Overprotect something. Maybe the knight can come to d6. If he takes on c5, I take on c5, and my pieces are pretty active here. Okay, this looks suspicious, but maybe it's fine for him. I'll play queen d2 to, in some cases, attack his knight. So now I'm going to try to take his knight. I don't know if he's got the check and bishop there, knight d2. What is going on here? Oh, I could have taken his queen. Oh my God, I'm dumb. All right, that's all right. That's all right, guys. Re Regroup. Regroup. Okay, how do I do this? Queen e7. Regroup. Queen e8, queen e5. I got him. Well, I don't know if I got him, but maybe. Okay, queen e7. All right. He's fast, though, so I'm going to have to play fast. Oh, man, he's going to flag me. No chance. Not even a chance for me. All right, good match. Good game. So now it is 4-1. Ah, I hadn't pushed his core through. He is fast. We got to remember that he's fast, people. Got to remember that he's fast and just move even faster. All right, during the 1 minute games, maybe I'll have to lay low with the commentary a little bit, right? Okay, he goes knight h3. I like it. That's in the style of Ali Reza. I'm going h5, h4. Okay, let's go. I'll play h3. That's just a move to confuse him a little bit. All right, what does he do here? So I'm going to go bishop h7. I think my knight is getting into a bad spot here. That's okay. All right, knight e7 so that I can play bishop f5. Okay, what is this? I got to take on e4 because on f4 because I don't like this thing here. All right, knight e5. All right, so he's won a pawn, but maybe not the game yet. So I'll play queen c7. I'm just sacrificing some stuff here. It's probably not amazing for me, but I'm going to play much faster than in the other game. Okay, so I'm playing much faster, but also much worse. Yeah, now I'm just losing. This is crazy what I'm doing here. Oh man, not a good 1 minute game. Not a good couple of 1 minute games. What is this? Check. I'm winning a piece, but he's still up material, I think. Okay, he's threatening my rook. I'm going here. Um, I really have botched this game completely. Okay, this move looks a little weird. I play rook h4. That's a move to confuse him. That's a good confusing move. But he responds well to this move. Okay, so now I'm just trying to flag him here. I'm sure he's going to be much faster than I am. He's fast, man. All right, he won the first two bullet games. No problem. So now it's 4-2. So I got to regroup and play better in the slightly slower games. Now we got to adjust. This is one tough thing about this match format is that we have to adjust to the time. So he's actually right. He is faster than me. So now I'll say I'll play back the first game to rotate this. All right. Regroup. The bullet games did not go my way. The blitz games went well. I won both of them pretty convincingly. So now we just got to switch back to good mode here. All right, so he plays e4. We'll play c5. Let's see what he's got in the Sicilian. Play a6. Bishop c4. All right. That's not really what I was hoping that he would play, but that's okay. All right, so we'll play knight d7. Knight to c5 is the idea in this. We'll play knight c5 here. Don't really know too much. So this move, f5 first. Oh, I think I can play e5 here, take on b3. Not totally sure. I'll play h6 first. So my goal is to play b5, bishop b7. Try not to let him. All right, so he goes here. Now I'll take on b3. And I'll play well, b5, he can maybe, well, takes bishop b7. That looks okay. I'll let him take on b5 if he wants. All right, so he goes knight to d5. So now, can I take on e4 here? I mean, this pawn has been sort of a, he's got bishop b6 there, so I can't do that. So bishop b6 is a threat, which means I also can't play something like, so I think I gotta play rook b8. And so now I want to play bishop, okay, so he goes there, I'll go bishop b7. Next I can play d5, I think. Looks to me like should be an okay position for me. Maybe we'll get some kind of endgame, some kind of somewhat complicated endgame. He can try to take and then like, actually I don't have to maybe. Yeah, it can be a messy endgame here. He takes on a6. Take on g2. What is this gonna look like? I probably have to take on g2, otherwise I'm just down a pawn, so I'll take it. Then we'll go back to d5, I suppose, unless, because if I go bishop b7, I'd like to go bishop b7, but he has a move there. He just, the only thing is I don't love that he's got knight h5 coming, and that's an annoying move. Because of that, I may actually play bishop h3 so that I have something to do. My bandana is green. To answer that question, it is a green bandana. So now takes on g7. Oh, shoot, he took with the rook. Oh my god, that is ridiculous. I just pre-moved myself into a loss. That is absurd. Completely absurd. Of course I thought he was taking with the rook. With the knight, I'm sorry. I saw that it was possible for him to take with the rook. I just didn't think he would do it. So that is terrible. What is my main repertoire? I don't have a main repertoire against or in any opening really. I haven't played in tournaments in years and years, so it's sort of just. So now I'm just trying to not get checkmated, but it is just a. I'm sure it's a bad position for me here. I mean, like bad. Bad is not. Bad is not a strong enough way to describe how bad it is. But I'll try to move fast because. So now, this is really bad. Play rook b7. I mean, I'm just trying to not get mated in one move. Rook h6, king g8, knight e7, king g7. Maybe still sort of some small chances there for me. Maybe. Actually, no. Well, maybe. This is really bad, though. I mean, the problem is that in a lot of these positions, he wants to play rook h6 and then bishop f6. So I can't move my rook from there because of that. All right, so what is he trying to do now? I'll just play h4. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just, again, trying to survive a couple moves here. So now he's going to play rook d8 and knight e7. Oh, this move. Okay. I guess that works too. All right, so now I don't have much of a chance to survive here. I'll still try. Okay, he goes here. I'll go rook 8 here. Try to play rook a2. Take that pawn. Just go rook a2. Of course, this is not good. King f5. We'll try to get the king. The king in the game. Okay, he goes here. Sneaky move. I can't take because of can't take that pawn. So now I'm just lost. But trying to grovel. This was a real bummer what I did. Okay. Sneaky. You find sneaky move, man. Okay, good game. Good game. Good game. He's fast. All right, 4-4. That was a terrible. That mouse slip was because I'm pretty sure that that opening was quite good for me. All right, so how do I do this? Let's rematch him. So now the match is tied, and I get the white pieces. Hopefully, I'll start to do better. I started with he just made fun of me for my pre-move here, uh, which makes total sense. I'm playing knight f3 again. What did I play in the first blitz game? I forget. I can't even remember what I just did. Oh yeah, he's playing the King's Indian, right? So let's see. He plays the King's Indian again. Okay, that's fine. We'll play c4, c6. Okay, this line, I don't mind playing this. Okay, so knight g4 is one of the main moves. I'm trying to remember what I have looked at here. So he wants to play c5 in some of these positions. I'll play b3. I gotta keep moving fast because the time is definitely going to be a factor in these games. So this is going to be an interesting pawn structure. I mean, you know, he has sort of long-term weaknesses, but he's very active. And so we'll see how that goes. I'll play bishop b2. Okay, so he goes here. Now I think queen d2 is the sensible move. Where is he going? Now I probably want to play e3 next. So this move, all right, he's kind of going for broke here, which is fine. I'll play e3, looks very solid. If he plays h4, now, I mean, h3 at some point is going to be good for me. If I can play h3, knight h6, okay, so he goes here, fine. That doesn't bother me too much either, I think. At some point, I also could consider playing f4 because he's going to be forced to take on c3. And after he takes on c3, his dark squares could be really weak. So he may have to make like an awkward queen move here. And I think I'm liking my position right now. So we'll see what he does. I mean, he does have moves. Queen e6, queen g7 he plays. So that one. So let's start with h3. I mean, h3, how wrong can h3 be, right? All right, so he goes there. I mean, this is looking a little suspicious for him. I'll start with rook c1, knight f5, I'll play knight a4. And I think he's going to suffer in this position positionally. I may have had something more aggressive here I could have done, but I'm trying to I'm playing it a little bit solidly here. I'm getting a very nice square on c5. If she takes on b2, I'll take with the queen because I think the endgame is pretty good for me. I mean, it should be very good for me, this endgame, I think. So, okay, so he plays here. He's going to play into this endgame. And then, you know, his c6 pawn is going to be really weak. Okay, so he goes here first. It's similar. It doesn't change too much. I get my knight to c5. So now the question is, can I convert this? How easily can I convert it? I think my plan might be to play rook c2. So if he goes here first, so here. Now it's interesting to play a4. Yeah, I think I can play e4, then knight d7, then knight e5. And so I want to take on c6 and attack some stuff. There's d5 hanging in the back too. So I think this could be difficult. He might play like bishop b7, where then I just take and at least I'm up a pawn, and I think he's still got some problems. He can do this one. Okay, so then, I mean, this is still going to be a pretty difficult endgame. Okay, he takes here. Then I take on b5, I would think. Or should I take on a5? Maybe taking on a5 and then rook c5. I'll do that. So he's going to move the bishop, then I'll play rook c5. So I'm up 2 pawns, and there's a potentially a third one coming. So, all right, I'll play rook c5 anyway. This move, I'll play knight c6 first, I think. So, I mean, this is going to be this is really bad for him. All right, I'll just trade some stuff. How do we do this here? Start with rook c6, trade a pair of rooks. He doesn't have much time left either, so this should be really just a matter of not blundering anything. Play rook e3. Okay, so now I can give him a check. I can take this one, give him another check. I have to make sure I don't get myself checkmated, obviously. He doesn't have any time. I'm probably not playing this in the very best way ever. I'll just play f3. All right, well, okay, so now I'm taking more stuff. Again, he's super fast, but in this case, that shouldn't be enough. All right. So I have won all of the, oh no, I haven't actually. I have won two of the, I've won 3-1 in the, whatchamacallit, slower games, and I'm down 2-0, 2-0 in the bullet game. So now I got to beat him in bullet. So how do I challenge him? Bullet, 1 minute. Here we go. And so we're playing for another 40 minutes. So it's whoever's ahead when the clock rings 9:10 in 9:10 in Norway. So I'm happy enough with my start so far. He lunges the H pawn. Okay, what is this? Some kind of kamikaze. He's going for some kind of bizarre attack here. Of course, in bullet, you can kind of do anything. What have we got here? I'm recycling this knight, so to speak. All right, good move, knight to d4. He's getting a square. You got yourself a square, sir. Okay, what is this? I should probably bring a knight back to e5 at some point in the reasonably near future here. I could be in trouble here. I'm playing really with fire. I'm sacrificing this. I can't tolerate that knight. So, okay, so now I give him a check. Let's see what he does. Bishop c8. Okay, I take on here. Still, he's got a good chance to get me again in this bullet game here. I'm gonna try to keep things a little locked up. My plan is to go knight e7 to f. I'll go my. I'm lying. I put a different piece there. All right, take it. Go for it. That's not gonna be mate, right? All right, let's go here. Oh man, queen f7, king h8. What is this? What's he doing here? I got him. I'm gonna get him. It's okay. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. I got this. All right, I got you. I'm getting you. I'm gonna get him. Don't worry. Nobody is worried here. Check. Check. I'm just. Oh, he was hoping to mouse slip me. This guy. You see that? I almost mouse slipped, actually. All right. We won a bullet game. We are in control after this bullet win. Temporary control. Things can change very quickly. Things can change very quickly. How do you guys like the bandana? Are you still liking the bandana? I could potentially take the bandana off at some point, but I really don't want to. All right, so how do I rematch? I'm here. I'm just gonna go here. Whoops. Sorry, guys. I'm old and slow. You know, old and slow. What was I? I was black in this game, so I gotta challenge him. 1 minute. Sorry for my screen mishap here. All right, so now I have white. I'm going back to d4. Oh, he goes like this. He surprised me by doing what he always does. So yes, you're correct. It should not have been a surprise. Okay, I'm going bishop h6. Man, he's a sneaky guy. This move is a real sneaky move. Okay, so he's going here. Let's go h3 to get him to waste some time. All right, he goes here. Fine. Let's take an f5. Now if he, okay, he takes here. I can play maybe bishop g5. Interesting. This move, yeah, so that worked out for him okay. His position is fine here. I'm going to play f4. Let's play aggressively. Okay, he goes here. Now I'm playing. All right, fine. Let's take this, go here. Maybe this isn't that great for me, but I got my bishop to a good square. Going to play here, knight e6 next. Let's see what happens. This move, I can sort of go queen h6. It's a little threatening. Seems annoying, at least for this time control. You know, you don't really want the pieces to be coming in at you like that. I'm playing g5. I'm just, you know, this is not going to be. So I might be getting something trapped of my own. So I got to be careful. Let's play knight to e2. This stops also some back rank mates here. Okay, he decided to take. Now this can't be good for him. Now I'm just taking everything, guys. Boom, boom. He goes here. Okay, what's he doing here? This shouldn't work for him. I'm winning another thing here, and we're going to checkmate him. You see? You see? This is how it's done. Even bullet. All right. 8-4. I managed to do well in these last two bullet games here. So all right. So now, man, my I'm gonna be like all riled up when I do the after show, right? Because this is high adrenaline stuff. I'm gonna be like rattling variations too fast, and so 8-4. Some now we're back to playing 3-0, 3-minute chess. We got over a half hour still, so 35 minutes. Anything can happen for sure. I gotta stop following him. How do I do that? Because it keeps leaving the show. All right, so we're playing d4 here, and knight c3. Oh, he goes c6. All right, so then we got a Caro-Kann. Interesting. I don't know if this is really what he intended to play. Maybe it is. Maybe he thought I was going to play c4, though. So, all right, so he goes into this. I don't know how much theory he knows here, or how much theory I know, but we'll see. It's been a while since I've looked at these variations, but it's okay. So they can check here on b4, c3, you know, you castle, play. So these are complicated lines, actually. Um, Maybe neither of us really knows them, so they usually play knight f3 before h5, castling long. So he didn't provoke c3, which is fine too, but it's just a little bit different. Often now they check first to provoke the c-pawn moving. He did not. I'll play king b1. Seems like always a useful move. And then the goal for white is to basically play knight e4. Okay, so he goes here. I think I can still play. So this. So now if I play knight e4, maybe can he take on h5? Bishop d2. I'll see. If he wants to take that pawn, he can go ahead. He did not. Because if he takes it, there's all sorts of sort of tactical issues, I think. I mean, it's probably playable, but I think I would start with bishop d2. Sort of happy to sacrifice a pawn anyway. He can't make most of the natural queen moves because without losing the knight. So, although maybe it's okay for him. Who knows? Okay, so he doesn't do it. So now I guess, I mean, I got to play for g4, g5 is the normal plan. But I guess I start with knight e5. And the next move will be g4. He's got to be a little careful here. Like if he plays c5, I think I just go g4, g5. And okay, that's, you know, it's a race, but I seem to be a little bit ahead. He's taking his time, which I like, because I tend to be lower on time. So now knight d5, I'm playing bishop d2. So queen c7, all right. Looks normal. I think I'll start. So do I start with g4 or with c4? is the question. I'll start with c4. Okay, and now I think, well, he's not, I think I'll play bishop, well, no, bishop c3. Bishop c3 gets hit with knight a4, so maybe that's not so brilliant, right? And g4 doesn't actually do that much. I think I'm going to start with the move rook to h3. So the idea of this move is to somehow checkmate him by coming to g3 at the right moment. I feel like this is a dangerous position for him. He can play rook d8, maybe then I would play either rook g3 or queen g4. It's also tempting to sacrifice on h6, play rook g3, but it's not totally clear what my follow-up is there. And so queen g4, he can sort of play, I'll just play, I think bishop f4 maybe is the right move, to threaten a knight discovery. And then my other idea is simply to play, of course, play rook g3. I don't think, I just couldn't make the sacrifices work. Maybe bishop g5, but I could even take, and he's not going to have fun defending that one. Take and then h6 looks unpleasant. Now, okay, now rook g3 I got to play. I mean, this has got to be pretty dangerous for him. Okay, so how do we do this? Can't take too long is one important thing. I'll give him a check. Start by giving him a check, play rook g6. We'll see what that does. I may not have played this quite right, but you know, this is when you kind of gotta speed it up too. So what if I do g5? What happens here? He just takes it. Okay, maybe this wasn't so smart. We'll see. Don't know what is going on here. In some cases, I win a piece. So here I won an exchange. Oh, I almost took. That would have been bad. Okay, got to do something. Man, this is going to be tense. Okay, so I misplayed this, but now he's got no time. So I may be able to win. Oh, what am I? Oh my God, this is ridiculous. What did I do? That is just really poorly done by me. And he stalemated me, but oh my God, I totally messed this game up. That was just horrible. I think I had played a fairly nice game. So now 9-5, I believe, with this draw. Um, all right, so this was the first of the 3-minute games. All right, so we play another one. Now I got to get the black pieces. All right. Whew. Again, the adrenaline is up. All right, he plays e4. We'll play e5 this time. Okay, so this, we got one game with this last time. I don't really remember any theory here either. Somehow it looks like it should be an okay position, but I don't really know. So what is this? We have sort of a weird isolated queen pawn position. So I'm going to try to play, you know, um, play sound moves. Let's try to play sound moves. Okay, so he plays this. So in some cases, he may want to play b5. I'll just play a6 to stop that. All right, so his bishop comes to sort of a good square, and he may want to play some kind of knight e4, I guess, at some point. So I got to figure out how to sort of rejiggle my pieces here. I guess we'll start with rook e8. Can't be too bad to move the rook here. He's going to try maybe knight e4 to c5 is my guess. So I think I'll play here. Then yeah, so he goes knight e4, and then I was going to play bishop to g4, and we'll see what happens with that move. Okay, so h3 is reasonable. I'll go back. Okay, so he goes queen b3. So now, so if I take on f3, he takes on d5. This seems to be the point. But now my pawn is actually defended on over there. So I can play either knight f4, maybe knight f4. We'll see what happens with this move. I feel like I'm playing a little, I've kind of maybe taken some risks here that I didn't have to take. All right, so he wants to, I'll just go bishop g6. I've done a bad job of playing quickly in this game, so I'm already behind on time quite a bit, and the position is messy, but it does look risky for me. So I think he's played this one very well so far, and I'm not a big fan of my position. Maybe I should have just made a move like queen d7, actually. Let him take on, I don't know. This is a tough one for me here. At least I've gotten him thinking now. But maybe he's calculating the knockout blow. I don't really see a knockout blow yet, but it's definitely feeling risky. Okay, so this move. Okay, so what happens? Maybe I need to start thinking about just surviving, and maybe a good survival move is b5. Or take on e1 first and then b5. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Because this position seems just too risky for me. So I'm trying to trade that bishop off because that bishop is really annoying. Even if it costs me a pawn. And then I have ideas like knight d3. And, you know, maybe it just gets a little bit unclear. So he does have this move. So what do I do now? Maybe queen d6. So that I can threaten his bishop at least. But again, now he moves away. So he moves here. Now I can actually have knight b2 maybe. So maybe that was a little bit of a blunder on his part. And so if he moves his bishop, I take his rook. I'm pre-moving that one. Hopefully it's an okay pre-move. And then I play bishop d6. Okay, so knight e5. Okay, so what do I do now? Maybe rook e8? That looks right. Okay, so he's going here. All right, what do I do? Maybe queen c2? Let's do queen c2. I can't take too long. I'm going to start playing too slowly again. Lose on time. Okay, so he goes here. All right, let's play f6. I don't want to get myself checkmated again, but so queen c4, I got to go. Okay, so he goes here. Man, it's got to be bad for him. Oh, I can't play h5 though. Man, I got to be careful. Bishop e7. I'm just going to run out of time again. This is terrible. If I lose this game on time, I'll be very upset. Very upset, guys, if I lose on time. Okay, this move. Let's go here. Okay, I want to play bishop d6 soon. Okay, he goes here. Let's go rook d8. He's going to struggle to defend all of his pieces here, but I do not have much time. Man, he's fast. And we checkmated him. Ha! That's funny. All right. Well, the 3-minute games are continuing to go okay for me. I'm pretty happy. So, all right. So now playing some 1 minute again. Father Gascon. I think it's the bandana still. Bandana continuing to bring me good fortune. And yes, accidental checkmate, absolutely. Most of my checkmates are accidental. That's the beauty. But I think maybe that means I'm, somehow doing something right if I keep checkmating people accidentally. So all right, so this is a kind of position that I like. Play a3. Okay, so he goes here. We'll play rook b1, so my bishop can get into the game here. Maybe h5 somewhere. We'll take this guy. All right, so what are you going to do? Oh, did I just hang something? Okay. I thought my knight might be hanging. I think it was not because I had some moves. And so now I want to play bishop d3. He's got to be careful in this position. This could go quite wrong for him, potentially. I'm going to sacrifice here. Let's go. This is a bullet game, right? So in bullet, you got to bite the bullet. All right, I'm giving him a check. I'm going to go with my queen. Maybe this wasn't that smart. This was not that smart, in fact, but what's he going? Where is he going now? So this move. Now let's go. No, not queen h5. Let's go back, but he may have me here if he plays precisely. Oh, but why did I? That's well, huh? Talk about a mess. So now this move doesn't look right to me. I just take, go rook e1. Oh shoot, I hung this. That was dumb. Go knight h7. He's still now I can play rook f1. He's very close to being checkmated. And he is, I think, checkmated. We did it, guys. We did it. I wouldn't say that I'm on fire, but I'm winning some games. So it wasn't simple, this one. So I was white, so now let's be black. 12-5. I gotta keep playing well though, because the blitz games count for 2, so it can be pretty quick. Like I said, I think it's the bandana. This bandana is green. If I remove my background, okay. So now you see he's tilted, but that doesn't mean that we gotta lose. We gotta keep our focus. Oh, I just see already I hang a pawn. So that's what happens when, I get too confident and then I immediately hang something. But because he's played weirdly, he's still gotta show that this is winning for him, and I'm not so sure. Let's see what he does here. How is he going to recapture this way? All right, let's play bishop a6 to create threats on e2 and g3. All right, so he's forced. Well, he decided to give up his bishop pair. So now I'm fairly happy. I'm going to play c5. I'm going to try to bring. Oh, this is dumb. I'm maybe hanging something. Yeah, okay. That was silly. This is check. I got to move away. Yeah, now I'm going desperado mode with this bishop f. Well, bishop f4 actually just maybe works. He's going for it. Okay, so now this. Oh, I miscounted pieces. This is not good for me. I'm just resigning. Good game. h4 got me here. So 12-6. You know what the only way to get him back is to play h4 with white now. I'm actually going to play knight h3, like Ali Reza. All right, let's go knight h3. So this is an Ali Reza specialty. It's not so bad, actually, I think. The knight can come to f4. What's he going to do now? See, when the knight comes to f4 with great effect. And okay, this position, I'm kind of happy here. My bishop is good on g2. The endgame looks better. It's a good structure. So it has worked out in my favor, I would say. I don't know why he's taking so long. This is very uncharacteristic of Father Gascoigne. So something must have happened to make him spend so much time. Okay, so now I'm just a little better here. It's not that much. I can play knight f4 to get the bishop pair. Okay. We'll play e4. We'll take this guy, play bishop c3. Okay, so now I'm going to be up a pawn in this sort of endgame. I mean, he's actually fine here, probably. Fine, but he doesn't have that much time, so it may be a little tricky for him to hold this without too much time. And actually, it's not so trivial to hold maybe no matter what, unless I hang my pawn up, of course. In which case, it does become a little bit easier. Oh, he got me because I can't play fast at all. All right, so that's 13-7, so we each get a point here. He managed to almost beat me, even though somehow he played incredibly slowly, so that's not too impressive from me. All right, so I think he thought it was 3 minute is what happened here. All right, so I got to keep playing well here. These last 1 minute games were not spectacular, but the match so far has been okay. I've done better than I thought in 3 minutes, and probably worse than I thought. Worse than I thought in 1 minute. Okay, so let's not repeat. Let's not repeat this e4 e5 experiment. Let's play. Oh yeah, this. So this is what he played last time, and I didn't love. Let's play bishop e7 first. I didn't love what happened in the last game. Play a different variation. Bishop e3. I don't really know any of the theory here, to be honest. Hmm. So he played queen e2. I'll play bishop d7. I don't really know what I'm supposed to do in this position. Play bishop d7 and rook c8, maybe. Or maybe b5. We'll start with b5, b4. It's possible that this is risky for me. I mean, these positions can be a little... things can definitely go wrong if you don't know what you're doing, which is exactly my situation. I don't know if he plays f5. Yeah, f5 here makes some sense for sure. So now, okay. Can I get away with playing b4? Let's try b4. So fe, fe. He moves his knight somewhere. I probably got to take on d4. This might be a good. This probably is a good, just a good position for him, but maybe it's still sort of playable. Yeah, it's not exactly ideal. I like that he. I think I'm happy that he went to that square. Although his position still looks very good. So now I guess I'll take and castle, and then hopefully I don't get crushed. So e5, e5. Can I play knight d5 here? That might make the most sense if I can get away with it. A little safer. ED, so I can play maybe bishop g5 here. Let's try it, see what happens. Okay, and then we'll just take on d6. And now, I mean, okay, my position looks better than it did moves ago. He still has a reasonable, I guess it's still reasonable for him. Yeah, so he makes this move. So he wants to play knight to c4, which is a little annoying. So I may have to take his knight just to stop that. And then play a5. In some cases, I may have to defend a pawn down like opposite colored bishop. Okay, so he goes here. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. Maybe I should have done something to something more to prevent that. Rook f7, rook f1. Okay. Maybe h6 to start. No, h6 doesn't help. Queen g6. Play rook f8. Hopefully I'm not getting myself checkmated. But this is not what I was hoping for really ever. Okay, so he takes this pawn. Now I play rook f1. What does he do now? Maybe this is good for him, but I feel like I'm getting counterplay. I'm getting a lot of counterplay. He's got to find something good here. c3, like queen f5, I have at least, I mean, at least something there. It's maybe not winning. I got to watch for queen d8 in some cases. But you know, it's better than it was. I've got queen f5, queen f4. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff there. I don't really know. So c4, yeah. So c4 does look like the right move. Okay, so now I don't have a lot of time is the thing. Start with queen f5. Okay. So then, oh man, because he does have queen d8. And then takes on d7. Man, I got to be careful. I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on here. He's going here, then okay, he takes, and I'll go knight e7, and oh man, good move. You played a good move. So now knight e7, what's going on here? Complicated position. I mean, I don't know how he stops. He may have to play b3. Huh. This is a mess. A mess of a position, ladies and gentlemen. It's actually easier for me to play. So now he's pinned. Let's see. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Stupid. I should just make a draw, yeah. All right. Good game, Father Gascon. So now what is it? 14 to 8. That was a tough game. Funny position at the end. That was a well-played game. Well, actually, I have no idea if it was a well-played game. I should not say that. So we got a few more here. Just got to keep holding on, so to speak. I'm going to repeat this d4 knight c3 thing because that did okay. We'll play the Lawrence Trent, also known as the Jobava London. All right, so this move, c5, I don't really remember. I remember, oh, you know what? I think I'm supposed to play g4 first. So here I'll take, I don't know. I forget how this all goes. Bishop d3. All right, I'm playing g4 because, that's sort of what you do in this opening. I think this is not the right move order, though, that I played. Okay, so he just takes it bravely. All right, so this move, maybe I didn't quite do this properly. Hmm. How do I actually save myself from losing a piece here? This is sort of a dumb a dumb setup that I played. I think I got to start with h3, and of course now this is not at all what you're supposed to get, but we're gonna have to make do. So he plays this way. Okay, fine. I'll go knight e4. So of course this is not good play from me. This, I was going to go king f1 anyway. Okay, so he is, I guess I'll play a3. Prepare to sometimes play b4, not right away because he can just take it. Okay, so he goes away. I guess I should take that pawn back. One pawn. So I'm only down one pawn, which could have been worse given how this started. Of course, this is a ridiculous opening. I said I got to keep playing well, and instead I do this garbage. Completely opposite of what I should have been doing. Okay, so here, all right, well, I'm going to take him. He gives a check. Potentially strong check. We'll go here. Create some threats like knight d6 check. It's got to watch out for. Okay, so he goes there. Now, I think I got to take that bishop. Is he going to check me on h4? I can go king d2. Okay, so this move. Okay, so my king, problem is my king is in the middle of the board, right? And that is not a good thing. But what if I play... Yeah, my king is really in the middle of the board is really a biggest problem here. Now I'll play king d2. I have to bring it. It's going towards... Yeah, the problem is that now, of course, he's got ideas like he can just castle, and I've just sort of put my pieces. Yeah, this is just bad, of course, for me. Now I'm attacking his rook and creating the semblance of a threat. But, all right, he goes here. Man, this is just a really bad game from me. Queen e3. I'm just trying to hang on and not lose right away. This move. That's a strong move, I guess. What do I do now? Probably just resign. This was not very clever. None of it was very clever. Yeah, I'm going to resign here. Bad game, guys. I am very sorry. Now I got to hold. I got to keep playing, hopefully, a little better than this. So what was this? This was two... these were two... we just played two slower games, right? So now we play bullet again, I think. All right, so we'll play probably two more bullet games. And then that might be it because I'm going to have to start my after show. Well, let's see. So 14 to 10. Oh, I hadn't pushed the score, by the way. All right. So we have the white pieces. Let's play e4. No interest in any theoretical debates in a bullet game. Okay, so he plays this way. We'll play bishop g5. Rook e1. Oh, he goes there. Okay. Let's go rook e here. Not a great move. He has knight e4. Yeah, that was not. Bishop d8 is strong. This is bad. Yeah, just resign here. Terrible. I'm getting a little bit tilted here. 14-11. Bad game from me. So now we got to start playing better. I'm just really... This was just a ridiculous one. Oh, actually, I should have the black pieces. So let me challenge him with the black pieces. Here we go. All right, so now what happened there? This challenge button is difficult. Here we go. Trying to do it too fast. All right. So we have ourselves sort of a normal French style position here, except this thing here is a little strange. Actually, I'm just playing horribly. My goodness. Really not My last few games have been just disasters. The playing bad openings. All right, let's play b4. Wow, just horrible play for me. So this match is now going to start to be pretty close. I'm in these bullet games. I'm just getting absolutely destroyed. All right, let's just resign. So 14-12, and we can play one more let's say 3-minute games. These 1-minute games have just been a disaster. All right, so he's got the white pieces. I'm gonna play. What am I gonna play here? Let's play. Let's play a different Sicilian. All right, so I've done well in 3 minutes, really poorly in bullet games, which shouldn't really surprise me against a young, young and very fast opponent like Sebastian. So this move order is a little bit different because I think here I can actually play d5. I don't really remember, but I think I can. And I can play knight takes d5 on this. I feel like I remember that this is possible against this f3 move order. Could certainly be wrong. So here he plays this way. Okay. Now I think I can take because he doesn't really have targets as he does in the usual lines here. All right, so h4, that's reasonable. I'll play rook e8, get my rook in the game. h5, okay. We'll play bishop f6. Um, okay, so this. So maybe just, I think I'll just play bishop d7. Okay, he goes g4. So now on g4, I think I got to do something like h6. But h6 looks not so bad. I don't think he's going to be able to just completely come in and checkmate me here. I think it's going to be tricky for him. We'll play queen e7. So we're threatening the e3 bishop. I'm trying to play a solid game here because this is going to be the last game of the match. So I don't want to end on a bad note. And also, if I win this game, I win the match. If I lose this game, the match is tied. And that would just be a shame, right? Because I don't want a tied match. So now what happens? If I play rook c8 is tempting. Um, but maybe just knight takes d4 is the right way to play. Yeah, knight takes d4 is probably right. Rook c8. Okay, and so now what do we do? Probably just bishop g5. And then hg here. And my position is pretty good. His king is a little weak. Um, so I think this is a pretty good position. It's not incredible. I think I can play queen f4 next. That's what I'm going to do. Because I think this queen position, this queen endgame kind of thing is quite good for me. But it could very well be something where we both run out of time again here. So I'd love to trade bishops, but I don't know how to achieve that. So I'm going to play rook e3. he's got to be a little careful here because his pawns could start falling. Let's play rook e8. Get all the rooks in there. I have rook f3 somewhere here. Like I can play rook f3 now, right? Let's just do it. We'll see what happens here. There's a few pawns that could be falling for him. You might get some counterplay, I don't know. We'll take this one like this. Okay, he goes here. All right, let's take it. This looks highly speculative for him. So now here, so I can't take there. I'm just going to play this move. This was a stupid one. That was a stupid move. Stupid move if I ever saw one. So now, oh my God, I'm going to let him play bishop h7 and checkmate me. That is just, this is just pathetic what I'm doing. I have to play here, and I have to hope for the best. Okay, so I can make a draw. That's funny. Oh my God. This guy. He did it to me again. Oh my God. That is just absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. I let him get me with the one. All right, so we have a tied match. Well, congratulations to Father Gascon, who somehow made it into a tied match here. And we're going to start the after show now. Thank you, Sebastian, who managed to get me at the end. I really just collapsed. Uh, Maybe I tried to coast into. So so good job. I'm chatting with him. We're having a good time. But yeah, I mean, this is amazing, right? You see what he did here when I had this position. What did I do? Yeah, so he played rook d1. Oh my God. So of course, that is just a dirty trick. But that's what happens with youth versus experience. They have tricks that you've never seen before, and that one I was not expecting. I still had plenty of time there, so you know keep that in mind if you are faced in a situation like this that you can't ease up. I finally had the draw, which of course I was winning. I was completely winning in this position, and then I hung. This was another dumb move. I let him play queen e5. So a lot of dumb moves, but he well deserved tie. Thanks for the match. We'll do this again sometime. Hopefully people had fun watching. I'm going to start the after show here in just a couple minutes. All right. Thank you guys.